Listen to me.
All right, fans with us today. He is one of the baddest beasts next to Brock Lesnar and one of the most talented outlaw figure eight drivers coming to us from Indianapolis, Indiana, by way of Florida. It's the driver of the number 80 machine, the Beast, Donnie Murphy.
You do that better than Brock Lesnar.
Right. How's it going, my man?
Good, enjoying the sunshine, man.
As we can see, already there, been there for a little bit over a week, ready to go for the big race coming up tomorrow night, the World Finals, figure eight, going down at Showtime Speedway. Donnie, I'm so excited to talk to you today, and we thank you so much, as you're an E's and B's veteran, for coming back on the show to talk about the big $10,000 showdown tomorrow night and what you got up your sleeve for all them boys tomorrow. Are you ready to get into it today?
Yes. Yep.
All right, my man.
Very excited.
That's right. All right, Donnie, when I say World Finals figure eight outlaws, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Oh, God. Dangerous, fast-ass cars.
Yeah.
What a hell of a show.
Definitely. And as you know, we are approaching, this will be the 10th running of the World Finals there at Showtime Speedway. You're yet to be on that top of the chart there in winner's circle. We know what that's what you're striving for going into tomorrow night. But let's tell the fans a little bit of my listeners out there. Obviously, you're there last weekend, a little short 50-lap race. Tell me, Donnie, does that give you the advantage of everybody else that didn't race last weekend going into tomorrow night?
Yeah, a little. I always say, like, a lot of these guys, like Mark Tunney, he's won, I think quite a bit, and he's got this track dialed down good. It doesn't matter what track he goes to, he's going to get his car dialed in. And unfortunately, I didn't think he can get off work to run last Saturday. But I don't know about an advantage, but like it helped us. Obviously, we broke our upper ball joint, which that'd have been the big race coming up. That would have put us out. And 6 laps in the race, we broke that ball joint. So hopefully you got that bad luck out of the way. And but I don't know about advantage or anything like that. But I think that a lot of guys are coming down. I mean, we had over 20 cars, I think, last Saturday, and this Saturday I think it's supposed to be probably 30. So a lot of guys that's ran this track before, so they know the setup. And a couple guys had motor problems, so that helped them. Because again, if it had been next Saturday, you're pretty much done. So, and this is a race you don't want to travel over 1,000 miles, come down and be done in 5-6 laps. So
absolutely.
Hopefully we get the bad luck out of the way.
Yeah, we kind of talked about it before we came on air here. Definitely good to get the bad juju out of the way. And I gotta say, you can't talk against it, because getting a few extra laps at the beginning of the season, as you guys have had a little bit of a layoff, it's got to be a little bit better than not. And I gotta say, also too, you can already know what that track's going to be feeling like tomorrow night when you strap in versus these guys that are going to be showing up, coming tonight, just getting on the track for the first time tomorrow. It's definitely going to be a good thing. And like you said, about 30 of the baddest outlaw figure eight drivers going to be down there at Showtime Speedway, folks. Do not miss out. I got to ask you though, Donnie, how many times have you ran this Florida race?
I believe this will be my fifth try at it.
Your fifth try at it. And what's the best that you pulled off down there so far?
I think an 8th. We was running 4th last year, I think, with a few laps to go, and we got spun. And it broke the car, so I couldn't finish it. But I think the year before, I think we got an 8th or 11th. I can't remember. Gotcha. It wasn't good. It wasn't good enough work to remember, I guess. Say that.
Well, that's last year, the last time, and we'll definitely forget about that. I gotta say, obviously, coming off of last season, you definitely have momentum on your side. Some very fast races there at the end of the year. Of course, everybody has bad luck here and there, but it looks like tomorrow you are going to be one of the guys to look after. Let me ask you this, Donnie. What's it going to take to get to the top and win that race tomorrow and be coming out on top of everybody? When it's
Hell,
all
who
said
knows,
and done?
man? The problem is Yoho's an awesome promoter and things like that, but he'll tell you one thing, and when you get there 10 minutes before the race, he totally changes everything. So, they say it's going to be 250 lap. You can change it to 150 lap. You got your car set for the long run. And who knows? But if he stays at the 250 lap, I think it's going to be whoever's the best at saving rubber, because 250 laps at that track, that's a lot of laps, man. And I think last year we ran, I think 150, and you could see our cars were just slipping and sliding. So if he runs the 250 lapper, man, I would be surprised if there's more than 15 cars running at the end of that race.
Well, I hope there's more than that, but it's definitely going to be
too.
exciting. Let's switch gears a little bit, Donnie. I got a couple good questions to ask you. Of course, here on the E's and B's, we always like to change it up and throw you a curveball. How about this? Donnie, you could take me to any race this year, NASCAR, dirt, drag strip, figure eight, you name it. What race would you take me to?
One I won last year. Honestly, a 3 hour, hands down. 3 hours is probably that's the most insane race, 90-minute race, 3 hour. And man, it's an insane race. And Little 500 is another insane race too.
Absolutely, I can agree with you. I've been to both. One of the most exciting races ever, each and every year, I should say, is the 3 hour race. Well, how about this, Donnie? You could have any superpower to man. What would you have and why?
I'd probably fly so my fat ass don't have to walk so much.
I got you. And then the last fun one I got for you here before we get back to some more racing talk. How about this? You could change yourself to be any pro athlete in the world at any point. Who would it be and why? And you could be, you're going to be what they are right now. You got all their monies. You got everything they own, including all their drama, etc. Who would it be?
This will probably surprise you. Because a lot of people probably don't know who it is, but as a child growing up, it's a big fan. I was a huge fan of a baseball player, played third base for Cincinnati Reds, named Chris Sabo. And, he wasn't like Barry Larkin or Cal Ripken or anything like that, but I loved him as a ball player on and off the field. Great player. So I'd probably go with him.
Nice. I can agree. A lot of people don't know too much about him, but he is one of the most solid third basemen ever out there in Cincinnati. That's for sure. All right, let me ask you this. Getting back to racing talk, Donnie. As we know, the schedule's been posted for the outlaw races this year. We got a big slate of some very, very interesting races, but I got to ask you, for all us fans out west, we got to know, what's it going to take to get any of those Indiana drivers to the Colorado National Speedway in September for their first annual outlaw figure eight race?
I ain't heard about it. Are they running it?
Absolutely.
When's it? September?
The end of September. Yep.
Well, honestly, the main thing is going to be how many cars survive that 3 hour. We're running September. We run a 3 hour September, so I think that would be the biggest thing.
Well, I know,
but I haven't heard about it.
It's on the schedule. I'll shoot you a little link. But what the big topic, a lot of the Tonys and everybody's been talking, it's a 3/8 track, so it's a wide track, it's a big track, and we're talking lots of speed. Obviously, we know the danger in figure eight, period. But
we like
that's one thing to see a big crowd from the East Coast coming out here to try it out for the first time would be amazing. I hope you definitely get a chance to do that, and we'll definitely link up with you when you definitely come this way. But I gotta ask you this, with that aside, Donnie, what is your dream race?
To win?
What is your dream race to win, to be in, anything?
Honestly, I would say this one down here because my grandpa retired. He grew up around sprints, owned sprint car race teams and cars, things like that. And he retired in Tampa, Florida, and never come down here. I would feel like if I could win this race, it would be for him. So, a lot of people are like, wow, you wouldn't pick the 3 hour? No, I wouldn't. I would pick this race, and then I'd pick the 3 hour. But I want this race so bad, and I think that's kind of hurt me in the past. I've tried a little too hard sometimes. I'm tired of the car trying to get up there or stay up there. And so if I had to pick one to win, it would be one big one. It would be this one right here, Saturday.
Awesome. I feel like the momentum's on your side. Things are lining up. We really, really are pulling for you here at the E's and B's. Before I let you go, I got just a couple more left. And then, of course, as we always do here on the E's and B's, we'll turn it over to you, let you get your sponsors and promote yourself out there. But I got to know this. Are you running the full season there at Speedrome this year and going for the
Mhm.
points?
Probably not.
Oh,
Probably
okay.
not, because again, I got my son running, and I got my daughter Addison's going to be coming back running again, and then I have my daughter Peyton will be the first time in junior fast kart, so I want to focus a little bit more on them. But we're definitely going to run, our share of races.
Awesome. I know we'll definitely see you in all the big races, of course, and maybe here and there sprinkled throughout the season. But one of my favorite things about the racing community, and you just spoke upon it, it's all about family first, taking your shirt off, all that good stuff, all the great things that you always do for us and everybody else out there. And that's why we love it so much. That's why we bring you here on the E's and B's. Well, Donnie, before I let you go, I got to know, what does the future hold for the number 80 machine?
And like I said, I mean, we're definitely going to, run a few races next year, but I want a big race before if I say I would fully retire, I would like to get a big race under my belt before I said, okay, I'm gonna hang it up. But it'll be a while before I think I'd fully retire unless I get hurt or anything like that. But I'll run a lot of big races, and I'll always run a great memorial race if I'm able to. But other than that, I'll just like to keep on having some fun, enjoying the family and racing.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Well, we thank you so much for coming on. But before we let you go, how about you tell all my fans and listeners out there where they can follow you at, and promote those sponsors that get you where you're at today.
Well, I'm pretty much just on. I mean, I'm on Facebook, and I have an Instagram account under that. I think it's at dmurphyi28@yahoo.com. Sponsor wise, Hoosier Water and Air, Minneapolis, Indiana, Clear Choice Restoration, All American Barbershop, All American Painting. Oh, every time I get put on a spot of my sponsors, I keep forgetting some of them. I know I'm going to get Andy Shirley, Snow Plowing, 3D Construction, and oh God, I know I'm missing some, and I'm going to feel bad for this, but that's all I can think of right now.
Well, that's all right. They know who they are, and they know what they mean to you. Well, Donnie, like I said, I think the momentum's on your side. I cannot wait to see how things shake down tomorrow night. World Finals, Outlaw Figure Eights, Showtime Speedway, folks. Do not miss it. It's going to be a great kickoff to the 2022 season, and we're going to be pulling for the number 80 machine. And until next time, it's the Beast, Donnie Murphy.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Thank you, my man. Go get him.
I'm getting on a boat. I'm going to get on a boat.
Heck yeah.